and everything about Brood War tends to be framed in terms of getting better, and that's a good thing. But I think a lot of people that might otherwise just be like, ooh, I want to check out Brood War, and then all they ever see is just people talking about like getting better and like grindy games against the computer and that kind of stuff. And I could see where that will intimidate people, and I can see, while those things are great ways to get better, and for someone like me who's just inherently a person that likes practice, likes perfecting those things, that's fun for me. So I've always played Brood War that way. But other people don't have as much fun doing that, and I would say in that case, don't do that.
Yeah.
Play Brood War in such a way, because this is a fun game, no matter how you play it. Like, I genuinely believe, whether you are a complete beginner or an expert, this game there are ways to play this game that's fun. Maybe that's 3v3 BGH, maybe that's playing 1v1 with silly builds, maybe that's just doing freeform, maybe that's grinding your ass off practicing, but figure out what you like about the game and play that way, because this is a game, it really is a game that can appeal to anybody.
And speaking of playing for fun, this is a TVT, and before we can even introduce the players, we see a very early scout coming out of Dark.Matter, and that likely means
is that a scout? Is that a scout, or is it an 8 racks?
Yep, it's going to be 9 racks, a little bit further ahead, before Debo, in fact. So definitely not the most standard opening in TVT. But to quickly introduce the players, we got Dark.Matter on the top right as CPL mainstay, was number 2 ranked player in CPL 1. Definitely a very strong player, and he's playing the peach-colored Terran at the top right.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, as our purple Terran, we have Neblime.
Yes, Neblime is he's from the NHFFA community, which is exactly
is he really?
one of those fun communities.
That's awesome.
It's one of those fun communities we were talking about earlier. He started playing like semi-competitively, or at least trying to start getting better about probably, I want to say, 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and he asked me for replay advice, like consistently, like once every month he would send me a replay, I'd give him some feedback, here and there, and then after about a year of that, like, I looked at his replay, I'm like, bro, like, your Terran's better than mine. I don't think I can help you anymore. Go find Cryok or something like that. So definitely a player who's improved a lot in the past 1.5 years, and it's going to be interesting to see how he plays out this TVT. Definitely a much more standard opening from him. Barracks inside the main. He could have placed it a little bit further. I think we talked about this last time we were talking about TVT, is that there's a tendency to put your barracks out further so you can lift it and scout with it faster. Yep. But Dark.Matter is actually going for a heavy marine count here. He's going for a 3rd marine on the way. So
yeah, I mean, I think more or less the logic behind 8 racks is you're basically trading a little bit of economy for the potential of aggression and a significantly faster scout.
Not just that, he also could delay this factory long enough to make his factory be a little bit faster, which is quite advantageous in TVT. You can get the earlier position on a map, and especially on a relatively tanky, high ground, low ground, bridgey map like this one, I feel like that could be a significant advantage. And we actually see 0 Marines coming out of Neblime. He thinks he's entirely safe. Yeah.
Sorry, I have to take a moment to Shubi Duwaba. I have to admit, I don't find that to be the case at all. I find pro-level TVT to be a very interesting matchup. I sometimes find low-level TVTs, when things get really entrenched, to be boring, but I think pro-level TVT is just a really good matchup.
Ooh, great micro here from
Neblime. Yeah.
He used the mineral walk in order to get us around on the
But let's be honest, Dark.Matter already has 2 or 3 kills and a lot of lost mining time, so I mean Dark.Matter is already back ahead economically. Now, he hasn't delayed the factory, but if did he walk over there to see there was 2 facts? Oh my god, he's getting so many kills. Dark.Matter doing way too much damage. Oh, good micro from Dark.Matter here, too. Vulture out now, though. We'll clean up those Marines. Bunker is obviously not going to finish.
Yeah.
Should be canceled here shortly.
Looking at the SV counts, we have 10 and 12, 13. Yeah, so definitely a 3 SCV advantage right now for Dark.Matter, but it is only 1 fact against 2 facts, so it could swing back in the other direction now. He does still have 100 invested in that extra bunker, which I anticipate he's going to want to cancel soonish. Depends on if Neblime is feeling confident enough to move out with this.
Zerms MB. If your name possibly means mountain bike, that's a cool name. I will take it. But also thank you, because I believe you just put me to 700 followers, so that's cool. 300 followers away from having to go for 30 hours.
30? Oh no. What's going to be the progression here?
Yeah,
like,
I said 1,000 followers. I'll go 30 hours. Shit, what'd I say? And then if I get to 2,500, I'll go 36 hours, and then if I get to partner, I'll consider trying 48 hours.
Oh Jesus Christ, my dude! You
But
better, I don't know, hydrate, cocaine or something. I don't know. Anyway, we have a meeting in the middle now, and I think Dark.Matter is now going to realize, like, oh man, I don't have the vultures to handle this, and this CC might be in a little bit of a perilous position now. He's bringing a lot of SCVs out there. I wonder what that could be for. Is he going to try to repair spam this vulture while holding the ramp? Because that might be a solution.
Oh
Could
yeah.
swing-
I wish
could
he would be at the top of the ramp. Oh, but I guess he wants to be down the ramp to. He should know this is 2-fact though. He's got a barracks in the base. Other things, we got 2 vultures against 3. A lot of SCVs though, and so far no real hits going off here, and 1 vulture very weakened. SCV's getting the mix. Dark.Matter getting very aggressive, which could have been risky, but there's no reinforcements coming, so it's going to work out fine for Dark.Matter.
Yeah, 2 SCVs did go down. So this and 1 SCV went down for Neblime. It looks like. I think. I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he
he
had
lost
SCV
1.
with that.
He just had
Yeah,
1
okay,
in there.
So slightly shift of economy a little bit more. Neblime is still higher in supply, but he doesn't have the command center,
Yep.
so he's going to be continuing to fall behind in economy. He is getting that speed upgrade though, which means that harass could be potentially harmful. He does kill.
Dark.Matter gets the better of this vulture upgrade though, so that's going to be it for Neblime. Dark.Matter has got equal factories, so Dark.Matter is now going to take map control and have an expansion. So position for Dark.Matter is going to be very good. Neblime should have got out of there. Should have gotten out of there the second Dark.Matter got the first vulture hits off. Just realizing he wasn't going to lose that battle. He definitely overstayed his welcome a bit.
Absolutely, and he wasn't even microing down on the like SCVs like that. You could have made an argument for him targeting the SCVs to just lower him just a little bit further, and knowing that Dark.Matter was on 2-fac a little bit later than him, so Dark.Matter attacking is less likely. But now he's just he's a little bit late. I mean, his command center is gonna be a lot later, and I don't know. He's in a little bit of a disadvantage, I think, at least. And he just now put SCVs back on gas, so it's gonna be a little bit late for him teching up further as well.
And one thing
I
was gonna say, Dark.Matter. One thing I like that he did is he knew there was 2 facts, so he made 2 factories. He didn't get an add-on. He just prioritized getting the 2 factories out. So his upgrades on his vultures are a bit slow, and that's one of the reasons you don't see him taking map control is the threat of a speed vulture run by. So he's kind of just carefully coming out here. And also, thank you, Schloob, for following.
Yeah, I wonder if Neblime was paying attention to the minimap, he would see all these vultures coming out. If this tank comes out at a good time and he doesn't get oh yeah, there's no mines for Dark.Matter either, so this should be a solid win for Neblime. A tank can kill.
Oh yeah. I didn't see the tank there at first, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Dark.Matter has more vultures. Like this could go bad." But yeah, with the tank there, it'll soak up enough damage, and there's no speed to threaten a run by. So yeah.
See, just added 1 exchange, killed 2 vultures.
Yeah,
by itself.
3.
3 vultures. Oof.
3.
Yeah.
And now Neblime is back to having map control, and he's going to go out with the vultures. I like this. I like this.
Yeah, he sees that they're still slow. He knows that they can't. That he's likely not to be fast anytime soon, because he probably recognized that this amount of vultures can only be made by like a rush 2-fac and making as many vultures as possible, no add-on. But he is gonna get. He did have to circle back around to the top first, so he's not gonna be able to make it in there fast enough.
Oh, picking off 1, but there should be 2 more out for Dark.Matter. Yeah, 5. So not enough here. Neblime will back off, and Dark.Matter is getting vulture speed and mines here. So no tanks yet for DM.
This is a cute idea from Dark.Matter. He landed the barracks at the low ground, so I try to slow down units coming out, but no cigar there. I would like to see Neblime use this as an opportunity to take a 3rd base, I think. Like, he definitely has the tech advantage because he has tanks. He knows that Dark.Matter doesn't have tanks. He could maybe not set up a contain because, like, this map has a lot of paths, but he could at least think about taking a 3rd base right now.
Yeah.
Get a slight advantage going.
I guess I don't know the TVT logic here. I would assume you'd want a gas base, which does mean a far base. And
True.
So I guess it just depends on if Dark.Matter is going to go heavy into vultures. I don't know how easily those can terrorize if you send like a few tanks and a few vultures over there. Like if a control group and a half comes in, can it just wipe out an expansion or not?
Do you know what MMR Dark.Matter is? Like, are they like they're like B probably?
Dark.Matter should be pretty close to A. I would expect them to be 1800, 1900 maybe.
Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, this is tier 1 from CPL.
Yeah. This should be like high B, low A from Dark.Matter. I don't know where Neblime is.
We do have an armory up for Neblime. I don't see an upgrade coming this way though, but it would be nice to get that slight upgrade advantage early on for Neblime, because he is actually still behind in supply. It looks like Dark.Matter is just going full on vultures, and yeah, we do see Neblime taking that 3rd now. I wonder if it's gonna get scouted, 'cause this would get hard denied by this amount of vultures.
Yeah.
And with mines and speed out now, this is actually quite scary now, because you can't just have 2 tanks undefended in, like, you know, in the middle.
Yeah,
of
and that was my concern, because it looked like Dark.Matter was going like heavy on vultures. So I was thinking if he just sends like 2 tanks to a base, I feel like vultures can just come in there and mine that up, and then you lose a lot of SCVs and it doesn't turn out that great. So here we go, Dark.Matter coming in, targets the SCV, and it looks like he'll just split his vultures and target the tanks down that way.
Yeah, and you're also trading gas units for not gas units, which is really rough for in TVT, especially considering the fact that Neblime's second gas was much later than Dark.Matter. So Dark.Matter is building up a hefty bank of gas right now and using vultures to their like maximum capacity.
Oh yeah. I love these TVT situations where you just have these minefields that are like both players' mines.
Yeah, there was a I keep forgetting what the map was, but it was like Sheep like an S almost. It was like a 2-player map, and I remember Firebat Hero was one of the players in it, and they went like all pure vulture for probably I want to say like the first 10 minutes, and they would make like one marine as like a mine sapper, like walk in front of the vultures, and then all the like the 20 vultures behind would kill all the mines, and then they would lay their own mines, and then both players were doing it back and forth, and then there was like one tank or one Goliath doing it. It was nuts. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting situation, because sometimes you see, you know, tank walls, sometimes you see a lot of mine walls, so on and so forth. But it does look like Neblime is going to take this third base now, and Dark.Matter's thinking about taking his own right now. But there is a vulture here. I wonder if he's going to be able to deny. Ooh, that's what happens when you send a 20 HP SCV to make a third command center.
Oh, I missed that one. Oh, I see where it is. Okay, yeah.
And
Dark.Matter's walking into some mines! Okay, get rid of the path. He only lost one tank. Could have been worse.
Oh yeah, there definitely needs to be some vulture reinforcements here at the third base.
Yep.
Neblime.
He's got 2 Goliaths and 2 more tanks. That's probably enough to be fine.
If he makes it there in time, it depends on how long it takes Dark.Matter to make it there. Oh,
he's there. He's there.
Okay.
He's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones that just came out. I was like, oh crap.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know about those.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he scanned ahead and he saw this, I think.
Wait, Babbo, you don't know about the tank speed upgrade where it makes tanks travel double the speed of vultures? You don't research? No. You don't research that?
Oh,
so
no.
so strong. It's so strong in TVP. Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
And I thought that Zerg was bad. Jeez. If he goes from the back here, though, this, yeah, no, there's still too much here.
Well, this is an interesting attack from Dark.Matter. I think there's enough to hold this off, though, especially with a few Goliaths in there to soak up damage.
Ooh, the mine placement is so good. Neblime
Yeah.
was not targeting those mines.
No.
Yeah. This is dangerous now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good move from Dark.Matter. I thought it was like a suicidal move, but he made it work.
Ooh, this tank better not run into this right. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is starting to get heavy for Neblime. I would expect him to pull some of this stuff back and walk up the high ground and try to defend from there, going around the back left. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that would be not a bad move. Wow, Dark.Matter's really going for it here with just a few tanks, and I don't know, the money is low, but it just doesn't feel like there's that many units pouring out here from Neblime. And if Dark.Matter gets some reinforcements over here, it'll be bad. All right, we got SCV pull. That should really help with these tanks. And a few Goliaths coming in here. I think he'll clear this with the SCVs being pulled now.
Yeah, definitely some heavy losses from him, though, and the next round from Dark.Matter's already en route, so he could definitely establish at least a good position.
3 more tanks.
If he splits up the 2 bases by taking control of Neblime's side of the map, like where the SCVs are running around right now, this could be bad for him because his other base will be completely isolated. That being said, Dark.Matter is still only on 2 base himself. He still has not expanded to that bottom right side. He just cleared it out not too long ago. Had to dedicate some army there. So Neblime's still not in a terrible position. Supplies are even.
Interesting. Neblime thinking Wraiths. Looks like +1 is done for both players. Oh, +2 starts for Neblime. So Neblime is going to have a faster +2.
And we do see a science facility out for Dark.Matter already. That's for that +2. So he should be getting up there soon enough as well. Comparing the factory counts, we just see Dark.Matter adding his 6th one now. It's 5 for Neblime, and Neblime adding that 3rd add-on now, using the advantage from the 3rd gas. So he could be looking at a potential come-up soon.
Man, Dark.Matter very determined to press this. Now the Wraith is out, but he's going to get another big SCV pull here from Neblime. Microing back the 1 tank, but another tank setting up far in the background, but we are down to just tanks. And of course, Neblime has made this singular Wraith, which actually appears to be helping quite a bit. But, whoa, Dark.Matter's making a lot of tanks right now, my god.
Yeah. I'm surprised by the lack of units coming out of Neblime. I think he
Yeah.
must have stalled production for a little bit here for some reason. Like, I think he might have been thinking, like, I want this +2, so I'll push off on getting a tank, and now busting with SCVs is going to get really difficult for him.
Yeah. I mean, the tanks are being softened up, and Neblime is holding, and more Wraiths coming out now. Now, Dark.Matter should have some Goliaths. Oh, he hasn't had any Goliaths. He's going to have to stop this attack. He's not adding any Goliaths at all. This is the number of Wraiths is going to force this back.
Yeah. So up until this point, up until that last engagement, I would say that Neblime was coming out slightly ahead because he's trading SCV for tank. But after losing probably about 20 SCV in the
Yeah,
past,
that's maybe a few too many.
I mean, even on 3 command centers, it's hard to resupply that much. And we actually see Neblime moving out at the top base now. I wonder where he's going to go with that. Maybe he's trying to take the high ground position.
Oh man, this is unfortunate time though. Dark.Matter has way more. Neblime needs to back up. No, it's too late. Oh, well, both players siege, okay. But Dark.Matter has a much scarier army here. Even some good mines going down, but they do... Well, is the Goliath going to soak them? How will the target firing be? Nope. So like Dark.Matter is going to move forward and just clear this out, and that completely exposes Neblime, sir. That was definitely a mistake from Neblime. He wanted to take that 4th base, but misjudged what Dark.Matter had.
I'm really impressed with Dark.Matter's mine aggression, like the way that he's using mines to push ahead. The vultures could be clutch here, though. They could stall the tanks or make them scared enough to leave and defend this base while he struggles to clear a path to it himself. He's gonna be walking through mines right now and outside his natural. I wonder if he's gonna... Ooh, he makes it just past him, but there's more mines ahead. I wonder how this is gonna work out.
Holy shit.
Wrapping around more mines. Oh!
One goes off.
Yeah. Ooh. Goliath is
oh, those mines!
Nice scan.
Oh, Dark.Matter, I don't know why he took so long to make Goliaths. Like, he made at least a round and a half of vultures after seeing Wraiths.
Ooh, but Neblime, I mean, he doesn't know that those front 2 tanks are injured, so this might still be a
yeah, it's just gonna walk in here.
Right.
I think it's just gonna walk in here and die.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, if he walks right on top of the tank, but mines are being laid now. And he's not walking forward, it's like not microed. Oh, now he's microing it. He's got 1 tank on top.
And the other one is trapped.
Okay, so...
This slows down the 3rd base. This is actually a decent position for him still. I mean, there are more Goliaths pouring in.
But he's going to lose his own 3rd.
Yeah.
Unless Dark.Matter somehow like runs out of scans, but the Wraiths are dead now, so... Well, actually, Neblime is sending up a hell of a lot of tanks.
I would have liked to see him go up the other side, though, I think.
Yeah, that would have been better.
That would have been better. And there's so many mines here. This is such a risky position for him.
Oh, look at that. It's so close to setting off all these mines. Oh, there's one already, 2.
Oh!
And make it 3.
No, that's so painful. Yeah, that's why you can't push that way.
But I gotta give Neblime credit. He's holding on. He's denied the 3rd base for Dark.Matter. I mean, that's gonna become an issue now that Neblime is still mining from this and Dark.Matter is not.
But Neblime did lose his 3rd gas, so both players are back down to 2 gas apiece now. And it's worthy to mention that Dark.Matter has not lost any SCVs in such a long time, whereas Neblime has been like...
Yeah, he's been constantly.
Yeah.
These players are being so aggressive. I've never seen so many like 2 and 3 tank attacks.
Yeah.
No tank lines have been established in this game. It's just attack.
Yeah. Both players going for the balls now. Looks like Dark.Matter might pull back a little bit, just enough to double expand right now. He is keeping his army more conservatively, but yeah, he is still just walking back and forth. But Neblime's not having it. He's gonna be walking through another minefield again. Let's see if he triggers any. No, unfortunate.
There's one. Damn.
Yeah, I feel like it would really help people, like Terran players in particular, if they watch replays like this one and see exactly how units move out through ramps and through through bridges to know exactly where the most meaty spots are for mines. Because none of those mines look bad on paper, right? Like all those mines look like they're in a good position.
Yeah.
But in reality, he just missed,
potential, like... So I want to highlight, this was some nice decision-making from Neblime. He almost walked into Dark.Matter's army. He saw it, and I was worried he was just going to move back, since Dark.Matter was sieging and just siege up on, like, the ramp. But he moved back all the way onto the high ground and was patient, gave up a little territory, and just sieged up on the high ground.
Yeah, now we're going to see that tank line that you were mentioning earlier, the inevitable TVT standoff. Well, not inevitable, but the commonly seen standoff. And actually, I really like this from Neblime, laying the mines on the ramps on the bottom right, and I think he might be able to do some harass here if he goes for the SCVs, because there are all these SCVs being carried out, not much defense, especially not at the mineral only. I think he should be aware now. He saw the SCV. I wonder if he's going to go for it or not.
And it's surprising how aggressive Dark.Matter is continuing to be here. Oh, there's finally Dark.Matter gets a few of his own mines. I don't understand why Dark.Matter is being so aggressive, especially not right now when he's trying to set up 2 bases and knows Neblime has been on 3 for a while. I mean, Dark.Matter's definitely behind now. You know, the map position, both players control very little territory. And Neblime's got 4 bases with 4 gases, or about to be 4 gases, whereas Dark.Matter only has 3. And only just got them.
Yeah, the 4th gas is about to be started right now. It's coming up right now, and that's actually a much better 4th base than Dark.Matter's was, so it's definitely swinging more towards Neblime after all that like hectic mid-game exchanges. And now we do see the vultures coming in, but there are defensive tanks now to prevent harass. I feel like
doesn't get anything.
Drop ships could have been useful.
Whoa! Dark.Matter going crazy down here, walking into a bunch of mines, and he's losing some units as he does. Oh, he put a scan down though, so I guess he killed most of them, but he still lost a few units.
Yeah, no defense up here actually for for Neblime, so this could be actually still painful. I mean, he is going to rush these tanks out. He's going to step on 2 mines.
Oh, he's gone the wrong way.
Mines from earlier. Ooh, okay, siege tank save you, and you're gonna have an awkward again, like another one of those 2 versus 3 tank engages.
I'm starting to get worried. I'm starting to get worried here for Dark.Matter. He just keeps throwing away these small groups of units, and I don't quite understand why he's being so aggressive. But I mean, Neblime has been consistently trading a little bit better than him, and especially in the recent engagement, Neblime has been trading much better.
I think the thought process here was he probably scanned this gas base. He's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
He saw that it just came up. Then he scanned the high ground and saw, oh, there's nothing there, right? So like maybe I can just walk through that way with a little bit, because that's all he could spare, you know, without leaving himself too exposed.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, I got this. But then Neblime's reactions were too good. Maybe his units were already en route there. It was oh no, it's because he hit the mines. I think that's the moment when Dark.Matter should have been like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna pull back.
All right, only 3 tanks here from Neblime. Dark.Matter wants to attack this top left position, but it seems like, is Neblime gonna be able to reinforce this? Yeah, kind of, but he's sort of going the wrong way.
Again, yeah, and he's gonna go up through the mines again, and where there's more siege tanks coming for.
Oh, there's even siege tanks up there. Yeah, this is, unless he's just gonna put stuff on the high ground here. Ah, what are you doing, Neblime? Neblime, no, Neblime! Don't do it. Okay. And there's also a simultaneous attack from Dark.Matter up at the top position here, and it easily breaks up those 3 tanks. But it looks like Neblime is setting up a few tanks there, and he's got a few Wraiths out in front. No Goliaths here from Dark.Matter. Tanks moving a little bit forward. Neblime is gonna pull that one back nicely and siege up. And now the Wraith's just going to go to work on the tanks, and not a Goliath in sight. Well, 1 Goliath in sight, but it's not going to be there in time. So Dark.Matter continuing to bleed tanks here to Neblime.
Yeah, it's surprising that he actually has a higher gas count. Well, actually not really, considering the fact that he's going for so many vultures. I think he was thinking to himself, like, okay, if Neblime takes this 12 o'clock 5th gas now, like, that would be a problem for me, right? So he's like, I must throw everything I have right now at this. And that's exactly what it seems like he's doing. He's pushing out, like he left the high ground pretty much entirely that he was controlling earlier. He's trying to take down this CC. Let's see if this bust attempt goes through. I mean, there's
bust attempt. TBT and bust attempt.
Well, I don't know, how would you call it? Like, there's 3 tanks here.
No, I know. I like, it's not that I disagree. It's just, it sounds funny.
This is true.
The CC denial attempt? I don't know.
Yeah.
And people say TVT is boring. Psh.
Yeah, this has been a high-octane game, honestly.
Yeah, it has. It really has. Especially for this kind of level. I mean, I guess this is high enough level that you can deliver these kind of games. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good. There's been pretty good decisions. The Wraith, Neblime has gotten a lot of mileage out of his Wraith. I feel like Dark.Matter hasn't really wanted to make enough Goliaths. And oh, there's a lot of mines here to go for this bust. All right, we're sieging up, though.
Right now.
And it looks like we're going to get another little no man's land set up here. Dark.Matter is taking a 5th gas, though.
He's trying to take that one too. He's like, no, this one's mine.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like, I need this one, man. But
yeah, obviously tanks can just be moved upwards for Neblime and deny that base.
Yeah, there's not much benefit to having like 6 tanks in a box of 2x3. It's better to have 6 of them.
Oh, they're both going for it. Dark.Matter knows he needs to get in there. Neblime needs to get in there. I think Dark.Matter has better positioning, and the Wraiths will fall to the Goliaths here. But for the moment, the CC is not safe. All right, now the CC is maybe safe.
Neblime targeted the, or either he targeted or didn't target at all, and he hit the Goliath, whereas Dark.Matter targeted instantly into the tanks.
Yep.
And that's one of the advantages of having more ground army as opposed to Wraiths, because the Goliaths will shoot at the Wraiths and the tanks will always shoot at tanks. Whereas your tanks might shoot at Vultures, they might shoot at Goliath, so Neblime could have had a little bit more care there, but if he killed, this SCV is so low on health, it's going to deny the command center.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Jeez. And actually, we're missing out on some action at 6 o'clock. It's actually Neblime pushing down on Matter here at the same time in the same position. He sneakily made a command center elsewhere, just so that if Neblime scans there, he doesn't see a CC there. That's very smart. That's cute. I like that.
Oh man, time to come in here, get a little bit of mileage out of these couple mines. And it will get off on a tank. And then meanwhile, Neblime trying to break up Dark.Matter's position here. And the one concern, I just panned back to Dark.Matter's base, seeing where his money was at, and he hasn't added factories. So Neblime is on 6 facts, and Dark.Matter's on like 5 or something, 5 or 6 versus like 9 or 10, not 8 or 9 for Neblime. So Dark.Matter's got a real reinforcement problem here. Like, it's one of those things where if you scan and you're like on the same factories or gates or something like that as your opponent, then you got to be careful. But if you're on less, then it's really disadvantageous for you to take trades, because your opponent's going to replenish faster. So that's something you have to think about in addition to your position, if it's a good idea to trade or not. And Dark.Matter's been taking all these trades, and suddenly he's a little low on units right now.
Yeah, 45 supply advantage for Neblime right now, and we see that he's finally adding dropships, which I think are going to do a lot for him. Ooh, but at the same time, Dark.Matter, bottom right-hand corner, he is making that Wraith transition now. It's going to be essential for Neblime to have a good scan on this bottom right base. I don't see why he would. It's such a sneaky place to put these starports.
Alright, Neblime charging in here, sieging up with everything, going to pick off those tanks pretty easily. Oh, one tank running into the mines, but... Oh, Dark.Matter just wanted it for the gas, so he's just trying to, like, kind of... He's going to force a lift there now.
I mean, he is, like, mineral rich right now. I'm kind of surprised that Neblime is out-macroing Dark.Matter so hard. It's definitely been a big come-up for Neblime in the past year and a half to be giving so much trouble to Dark.Matter.
Dark.Matter just, well, he did have those Wraiths, but just not having the factory count right now. Or the production. He's completely stopped making anything from his factories. Alright, so Dark.Matter's going to come up here, try to deny the command center from Neblime, but Neblime has these dropships, so if Dark.Matter sieges up, I think he's just going to get dropped on.
Yeah, it depends on...
Or they'll just trade CC for CC. We'll see if he decides to try to drop or just go for the kill. It looks like he's just going to go for the kill on this top base here, and it will, of course, fall. Oh, and Dark.Matter getting distracted and kind of walking in some tanks, taking a little more damage than necessary, so Neblime holds that, dropping the top base for Dark.Matter. There's only 4 Wraiths out. This is starting to look very, very good for Neblime right now. You know, Neblime is taking most of the map position, moving his tanks onto the high ground now, and having Dark.Matter shut out well over half of the map. It's the first time it's looking really bad. Now these Wraiths are going to do a little bit of work, but Neblime has been making decent numbers of Goliaths, and now he's got all these dropships out. It's looking pretty good for Neblime.
Yeah, unfortunately no range on Neblime's Goliaths, and these tanks are going to have to pull back. He's probably going to lose quite a few of them, so that is a slight boon for Dark.Matter. Not sure if it's entirely worth the investment in Wraiths. I feel like he cut into his gas too heavily as a result, and losing the armies and the top base right now. Yeah. It's a dicey position for him, even if he kills all these tanks.
Yeah, because he's on 1.5 gases probably right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, 1.5 gas.
Well, 2, because I mean he did.
Oh, he's okay. He's on 2.5 gas. Okay, it's a little bit better, but it's still rough.
Yeah, and now potentially, I mean, Neblime can just throw up a bunch of turrets, and he can most likely hold on to this 12 o'clock base that he just stole. But look at this, the Wraiths are coming at the same time as the dropships. Did they see the scanner?
He's gonna get like 2 or 3 of them, but as long as there's some Goliaths in here, starting to unload now. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, we got a couple Goliaths.
Oh man, he loses a lot though. He did not have enough Goliaths at all, so this drop gets pretty badly shut down.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's now a lot of Wraiths actually, and he definitely needs to start spamming turrets at all his bases if he doesn't want too much damage. He has not that much minerals, surprisingly. I mean, Dark.Matter does have the higher mineral count, lower gas count. Probably because of the fact that Neblime has been investing so heavily in tanking Goliath, whereas Dark.Matter has been mostly, you know, Vulture and then lower factory count contributing to that as well. But I don't know. This is, I mean, it's definitely still looking good for Neblime, but it looked less good now after that failed drop, I think.
I don't know. Given that there's no ground army and just a few paperweights, and all the bases are still under control, I'd say it still looks pretty rough for Dark.Matter. He's basically at the point where he can only make vultures. Neblime doesn't really have to do anything. Neblime can just deny this gas at any time. He should hopefully scan it and see it. But I feel like Neblime would still have to make some pretty big mistakes to lose his positioning here. I don't even know where the... Oh, they're racer with the tanks.
Busting up here either.
No, he's not going to. Not with that many Goliaths. And a huge move out from Goliath. Looks like he's going to deny that gas now. So putting Dark.Matter back on 1.5 gas is going to be great.
Yeah.
Dark.Matter...
There is actually very little defense at...
yeah, he's going to probably force a lift there.
Yeah. He does finish the CC though, but Wraiths are a concern still. So maybe both CCs will go down. It's not like he can lift them and run away now. That's one of the advantages of having Wraiths here. It looks like they're gonna just trade bases.
Actually, he might be able to get the one CC away because there's Goliath on the other side. Oh, I like this. Dark.Matter siege 2 tanks back here, and he gets a few free kills as Neblime tries to rush back into position to defend. And Dark.Matter coming over here with pure tank, trying to clear out these Goliaths, and he will do so. Tanks do tend to beat Goliaths, even unsieged.
Yep. And here's the lift punish I was talking about.
Yeah, trying to save this one. But it looks like he's going to commit to killing the CC, and that's a good choice, because the CC could have gotten over there and landed. But now we're going to try to come in here from Neblime, but Neblime realized, oh, there's like 4 siege tanks there. But he's going to bring up a large reinforcement from the bottom. If he comes at this from both sides, he'll clean this out. He does lose the CCs, but he's also going to clean out Dark.Matter's tanks here shortly. And Dark.Matter trying to move that CC back in position. He's actually starting to need the minerals too because he is mining out. And now here is the flank coming in from both sides. Obviously going to clean out those tanks. And the Wraiths are going to need to get out of dodge.
Yeah, we see another round of units coming out of Dark.Matter, but it's really not that much. I'm still astounded at his mineral count. It must be just an inconsistency in macro. I mean, he is pressed for gas, that's true, but I feel like you could spam like a bunch of vultures at least, and make like 1 or 2 rounds of vultures, and then use them to harass a base somewhere.
That's the main. That's the main reason. That's the main reason it's gotten high is he just wasn't using his factories because he was putting all his gas to the Wraiths. So. And now Dark.Matter's overcommitting here. He does have the high ground. Neblime probably shouldn't fight right at this spot, but I feel like Dark.Matter is overcommitting. He threw away quite a bit there, and when you're low on resources, it's not the time to trade.
And quite frankly, both players are getting kind of low on resources. I mean, Dark.Matter has this 1 mineral line left. Neblime is trying to take this second one, but he just mined out of 6 o'clock. So this is like one mineral line each.
Oh man, Dark.Matter's being so ballsy, flying in here with these Wraiths with like a control group of Goliaths. Oh, that's a big transfer to run into some tanks.
That was like at least 20.
Is he completely out of scan? Oh, he's only operating off of like 2 scanners. What? 3? Okay, he's got 3, but he has like no scans. Finally gets a scan.
Oh man. Engineering base is gonna go down. I wonder if this is only 1, because that would be problematic too.
Dark.Matter's almost playing his way back into this a little bit.
Yeah, the bank is definitely helping that a lot.
I mean, they're both mining. They're both mining one base minerals, but Neblime has a pretty secure position over here for this top base, and that's going to give him back to 2 minerals. He's got a lot of gas. He should really stop transferring SCVs through the fucking tank line, though. This is going to hurt to watch. Okay, he notices it. He notices it.
He notices 1. I don't know about the other.
Oh man, he's got a few tanks on the high ground here, but Dark.Matter's going to swing around, coming after those SCVs.
Really dangerous.
Yeah, but he's got quite a few tanks. Oh, but Neblime responds too slowly and doesn't have enough Goliaths. This is going to be good for Dark.Matter. He's going to lose a few tanks, but he's mostly just going to crush this.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Neblime needs to just seize at the bridges. Seize at the bridges. No, Neblime. Okay, there we go. React.
And he cannot pull all of his army from that top right position either, because there's still stuff left over for Dark.Matter. And if Neblime loses this 12 o'clock again, I think that's when it's going to be.
And he did pull everything. He's going to try to come in here and break up Dark.Matter's position. He does have a hell of a lot of units. I don't like that he sieged on the low ground, but he definitely has more than Dark.Matter has. Oh, Dark.Matter unsieging though now too.
Yeah, he knows he needs to pull back. He saw it probably, and Neblime a little slow to react. He just scans. Now he's going to be unsieging after clearing out those mines. Not the worst decision, but if Dark.Matter combines all his forces up on this high ground sieges soon, it might be enough to deter an attack from Neblime. But we don't see a siege still. Still no siege. And the
Oh,
first siege is coming out of Neblime.
it's getting pretty aggressive. All right, first siege goes up here. That's a lot of siege tanks. I don't think this is the right fight for Dark.Matter. He's sieging way later. Let's see how the target firing is. Looks pretty decent. All the wraiths going down. And he does kill some tanks, but Dark.Matter giving up a big contingent of what was his main army here. And again, these even trades for Dark.Matter, or slightly negative trades, are a big issue because Dark.Matter's mining 1, Neblime mining 2. Neblime also has a lot more gas to keep making a nice composition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not possible for Dark.Matter to continue producing tanks out of his 3 add-ons at this point. He's only on 1.
Oh, Dark.Matter coming in here with a few more tanks than Neblime, and he's going to clear this out. That's a good trade for Dark.Matter, and that exposes the top base at least a little bit, but there are more tanks coming up for Neblime. Let's see if he can scramble back into position. He's going to need to siege in smart locations here.
With this amount of vultures, I think that... Oh, no, with 2 more vultures. No, yeah, with this amount of vultures, I think SCVs can be brought out again.
Oh, D-Matrix. Sick D-Matrix on the Goliath. It's a very good one, allowing it to survive a few more shots. That's going to help deal with those tanks. It won't clear them out completely, but more tanks coming in here, and Neblime should pull them back and siege in a better spot. He's a little slow on the siege. Dark.Matter is not going to be able to creep all the way in, but he is going to be able to creep forward. But he's still holding on to his top base, and this is a big issue. I kind of feel like this is do or die for Dark.Matter now. The supplies are so low now that he really, really has to break. So it's making me hate the fact that Neblime is not reinforcing this quick enough. I mean, you know, if Dark.Matter can deny this base, it's fine. But he's on 1 base. Like, if he loses his muster here, there's just going to be too many units for Neblime. He's burned through his bank.
Neblime only has about 200.
Oh, Neblime keeps overextending. Just stay siege, Neblime. Just defend. Defend. Okay, let's see. Dark.Matter got the first hits, though. Use a D-Matrix. Do something. No, don't run the Goliaths into the tanks. All right, we got an SCV pull. I guess that's not the worst in this situation. That might just be what he needed. That was a good choice. That was a good choice. You've got a lot of command centers. You can easily replenish those SCVs. So he gets a great pull here. Should kill off at least 1, if not the other tank, and that is enough to hold the line. He just needs to reinforce, though. He just needs to reinforce. Those reinforcements should be coming up here.
No, I think this is the moment also where he should unsiege these 3 tanks that he has up here and bring them closer up to that command center.
Yeah, he should.
That line that Dark.Matter is abusing on the right side here.
Yep, just cut it off.
And
But
it should be also noted that Dark.Matter, even though he had that 1 mineral line, he only had 8 SCVs mining the minerals. He had like 50 idle all around the map, like none of them mining. So like even though he had a bank for so long.
Oh,
like,
I like this. I was about to say. I think the only. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God, this decision to bring this dropship over here is so smart. I was going to say one of the things I felt like the only way maybe Dark.Matter could win is now that he had that siege line, if he starts mining a second base himself, the game could go on. But Neblime is going to just drop a few tanks and Goliaths over here, and I really don't think Dark.Matter can afford to try to take out anything on the high ground.
And he has his command center is going to find out about this soon. I don't think there's any more wraiths even hope to come up here. But there is 1 wraith. That's it. No, 2 wraiths. That's not going to be enough to hold off these 2 what's called Goliaths. And the siege tanks from Neblime, they finally make it up to the command center here. And the vultures are coming in actually.
Nice D-Matrixes. And another dropship bringing in a few more tanks, and that should more or less do it. Tanks or mines going off on that tank. And I think Dark.Matter's just about out of steam. I can't see him winning at this point. Very nice game from Neblime, but almost a very good comeback from Dark.Matter. All right, we're going to have the SCV pull here to try and break this. Dark.Matter's going for everything. He knows he needs another base. SCVs are being pulled in here, but there are Goliaths, there are mines. Dark.Matter's just running into all these mines. It's a D-Matrix high ground tank. There's not enough units from Dark.Matter. Probably the dropship can ferry over something else if needed. And he is denied, and I really think we should see GG here shortly. There's no way he's breaking what's left. There's absolutely no way to break any of his positions anymore. So congrats to Neblime on a very hard-fought game number 1.
This is a sick game, yeah.
It's gonna be tough to top this game. So we'll probably see one more. It looks like we're going to see one more YOLO attack that's not going to work, and then Dark.Matter is going to GG. Does not have...
fooling everything. There is a decent amount of stuff now, but I mean, 5 siege tanks on high ground and mines.
Yeah, you're not breaking it. Like, you'd have to siege up on the low ground, and, you know, there's going to be a few SCVs, but it's not going to do that much. There's D-Matrixes that he can throw up on most of his tanks. Dark.Matter actually has a few more... Okay, I didn't realize he had quite as many units, but still, his D-Matrixes I guess there's one more D-Matrix that actually be cast, but you can see everything's just funneling right into this ramp here. Not even a single tank has died yet. There's one more in the backfield. You know, Dark.Matter had to do something, but it was never going to happen for him. And now he's got to be GGing. There it is.
Yeah. Wow, what a game.
Always tough to admit defeat, though, in these long, hard-fought games.
Yeah, that was a great one.
All right, let's see what we get for game number 2 out of these tier 2 monsters. Tier 1 monsters. Tier 2, sorry. Excuse me, guys. Tier 1 monsters. Let's give credit where credit is due.
Everything is pretty much even. Like, looking at the score screen between the two, everything is pretty much even. Like, overall, over the long term of the game, Neblime did trade a little bit better, but not as much better as he had more money, if that makes sense. Like, he had more money than he traded better. You know,
though,
it was definitely coming down to control.
Every time you see that, I go back. I mean, there are a few points, but I definitely go back to the point where Dark.Matter had low gas but 3k minerals, and I just remember thinking if he would have had 3 or 4 more factories that he would have put down, and that many more vultures, you know, I think he would have broke some of those positions, been able to do some harass, and given how close that game got, you know, it's hard for me to think that, you know, when I look back at it, I just think, you know, better macro, better production there should have been enough to carry him. I think he just got in trouble doing all those aggressive trades. I mean, he was putting on constant pressure, and Neblime did a real good job with that. But when Neblime got on 8 or 9 factories and Dark.Matter only had 6, and just trading like that, eventually you run out of momentum if your opponent has more production.
Yeah, it was also denying the third base.
That was huge.
Of Dark.Matter for so long, and Neblime holding on to his third base with so little. You know, there's a lot of tightness there.
All right, let's go into game number 2.
Sylphid.
So, in the top position, leading 1-0. As the White Terran, we have Neblime.
And in the bottom left, we have the Purple Terran, Dark.Matter, looking for his revenge in this series.
And I'm just going to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will let you commentate for like a minute as I do.
Okay, so kind of put me in an awkward spot for a moment, but it's not a big deal because this is TVT, and what can we say about TVT? I know that this map is a new map. It came out, I believe, last ASL season, or maybe it was KSL season. I should look this up. So let me see this real quick. What can I say about this map? Yes, it came out in about September. It came out alongside Autobahn for ASL 6, and Sylphid, I know you can't see it because unfortunately lmaster, I can't control his screen, but it's a map with no ramp, and you start on the low ground. So it does favor a little bit more aggressive plays, I believe, because vulture run-bys will be more dramatic. Also, there are high grounds that are stationed right outside your natural, so that's positions where you can siege tanks, and that could help you retain three or four gases quite easily on this map. So we'll see what players opt to do. I expect to see maybe a slightly aggressive opening from both players, and then perhaps a much more conservative mid game where they establish 4 safe gases off of a relatively small army count. That would be my guess, but I'm no expert on TVT, so let's see what happens here.
And I am back, and thank you, Mr. I don't know if it's Rai or Reek Soul, but thank you for following.
Yeah, so I was wondering if, since this is a newer map, I was wondering if you could do the show vision of the whole map and show people, what it looks like. I was talking about how this is a rampless map and how there's a high ground right outside your natural that pretty much allows you to secure more or less 4 gases, which is really good for
But it's not a high ground. It's like a fake high ground.
Yeah, well, it's like safer than a regular ground though, because you can't directly walk into it.
Yep. And then the what is it? I guess you could say kind of 4th base area. It's minor only, but it's pretty narrow. It's pretty defendable.
Well, I was actually looking at if you consider Neblime's position, if you look to the bottom left of his base, there's like a 4th base there with a gas, and that can kind of be covered as part of the penumbra from this fake high ground. To extend the tank line that way is not that hard. So I think that would be a preferred expansion option for in TVT.
Especially because there's gas there.
Yeah, and we do see Neblime going for a fast expand from what's called after Barracks Raxaphi.
Yeah.
And Dark.Matter at the same time is going for factory. It's going to come down to how much Dark.Matter can do in terms of containing Neblime. Because he's going to get the faster siege tanks. I anticipate that's what he's going to do. And yeah, it's gonna really come down to that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where he goes with it. Sometimes you see players just kind of set up position on the map, and sometimes you see players play very aggressively. So we'll have to see which option Dark.Matter opts for.
Yeah, I was actually anticipating a more aggressive option. I was saying that on the stream is that because of the fact that there's no ramp here,
yeah.
because of the fact that the the bases are relatively open, you could definitely justify a more aggressive opening. But it looks like Neblime, this is a decent defense position. Definitely not a lot that a Vulture would be able to do.
This is an odd SCV from Neblime. He's either up to something or he has no clue about this map. It doesn't make any sense for an SCV to be over here.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like, Dark.Matter did take SCVs off gas. He put them back on now, maybe a little bit late, judging by how far ahead the command center is. So this could slow down his ability to siege contain, because he's not going to be able to make siege tank and siege mode at the same time now, which does help Neblime quite a bit. I think you're supposed to make 2 factories after this if you're Neblime. Like
most of the time, that's what I see.
Gas. Yeah, he's adding a second gas before the second factory. I'm not sure if I completely agree with that. Because that is the major advantage that you want to have from going for the Rax FE, is that you have, what's called, you can add 2 factories at once, and then the second gas comes online, you can double pump tanks faster than they can single pump. And we actually see a faster second factory from Dark.Matter here, so
yep.
Maybe it's going to be Starport from Neblime. That's the only thing that I can think of. I mean, he has 300 gas. That would make the most sense for me. And yes, there's the double Starport here.
Oh, double Start. Okay.
Interesting. Definitely interesting. It's going to depend on whether Dark.Matter sniffs this out or not.
Throws down an armory. Yeah, we'll see. He's got a barracks on the way, but it won't be there for quite some time.
And we do have 1 Marine. I mean, I would have liked to see like 4 Marines. I think it would be really cute. I mean, he has the money to spend, kind of like if he threw down 4 Marines right now and just, use that to deny the barracks. Be like, nah, you can't fly here, bro. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have 1 waiting for spotting in his main, so he does have 2 Marines. It's not gonna be enough to deter scouting entirely.
Like the barracks is not gonna go away from 2 Marines.
Yeah. The tank is coming on the way though. Tank and siege is on the way for Neblime as well. Do we have an engineering bay? No engineering bay. We are starting the armory, but this tank is not going to do anything. But it might force the expose on on those wraiths. But with two rays, and we see the control tower, this is going to be cloak as well, and there's no sign of an academy yet. So I wonder. I mean, I think he could just pull SCV and surround this tank and kill it. Well, now that there's 2, it might be a little bit dangerous. Siege is here, but not here yet. But rays will be on the way here shortly. So he just needs to prevent these tanks from sneaking in and killing a bunch of SCVs. Dark.Matter, that bunker probably should have been further out. Dark.Matter was allowed to siege actually in range of the mineral line. Yeah, that's unfortunate for sure. It was a little bit of a misread there. Siege is up for Neblime, but it's not going to do much for him. He's not going to be able to deny these tanks. So yeah, the Wraith Exposed must happen now.
Yeah, he should go with the first Wraith.
Oh, he's still losing. It's so deep in the mineral line.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of tanks. What is that? That's 2 kills. 1 was a Marine, so there's 7 SCVs already killed. 8?
8, yeah, wow. And this depot might go down as well.
He really wants to save it.
Yeah.
He needs to reveal his race. He really should reveal his race. It's not worth it to lose this much economy. Alright, there we go. Race coming out now. Gonna go to work. Should probably kill the Marine first, but...
He lost another SCV. The splash damage was killing SCVs there. Jeez.
Dark.Matter actually over-microing this. He's not making anything in his factories.
If he kills these tanks, though, like, as they're running away,
yeah,
this could be, like, a relatively okay trade. But Dark.Matter, at the same time, is taking a 3rd base. I wonder if he'll be able to hold it. He is making Goliaths now. Engineering bay is almost done, so he's probably not going to... It's going to really mitigate the damage that Neblime is doing here.
Dark.Matter saying, well, it's going to mitigate it, but... Oh, never mind. He's got an academy, but he's not adding any scanners. So he's going to lose... He's gonna lose a few tanks, to say the least. Yeah. He just said that he got a supply block. That's why the Goliaths were now. I checked the factory and I saw that, like, they were on the way. Like, I saw them in the QU, but in the queue rather. But I didn't see that they were both stuck at 0%. So yeah, this one Goliath is gonna get hurt pretty bad. If this tank goes down, I feel like Neblime could just move out with his tanks right now. I mean, mines are out, but with 3 tanks, I would have gone in there. 10 HP. I would have come hunting for that tank. There are enough turrets up now to at least deter the race, but the command center can certainly be harassed if he wants to.
Yeah.
Apparently he's not going to harass it though. Is he going to go for the tank? Is he going to go? Is he gonna, did he not get cloak? He's got the control tower.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
does have cloak. I'm pretty
just
sure.
doesn't want to use it yet. Are you going to use it? Or are you just going to? There we go. There we go.
The thing is, yeah.
Oh, he's got scans. He's got scans now. Yeah.
You should pick one or the other generally, and he realized that he's like, oh, I'm silly. But now these tanks are gonna come up. I wonder, yeah, they're gonna come up the other way. That's really smart, I think. See, he anticipates that mines will be in this.
And remember, this with Rays here, sieging on this is not low ground, so this is good sieging. With the race here to spot, and the Goliaths need to run away. Oh, deny the turret! Deny the turret! No, it would be so good to not. That gives the tanks the place to siege, but it's gonna force a lift on the command center, so that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't come in here and snipe the CC now, though.
Ooh, but we do have 2 vultures coming out for Dark.Matter. He's trying to lay those mines outside the natural of Neblime. This is a really good move. I think it's going to prevent any further harass. Well, it's not going to prevent, but it's definitely going to.
Yeah, if Neblime like goes to reinforce, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And he might not expect it. Well, maybe now that he's getting hearing a siege tank's attack, but.
And Neblime taking an interesting third here. He's taking the gas third. That is not on his like closest high ground.
Yeah, that is interesting.
High ground. But I think the vulture's gonna find this right now. He's making the rounds around the side of the base. I think we're gonna see a cancel here. Ooh, we do see we see the Marine command. He's gonna be the Sapper Marine. This is what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it. The Sapper, like a Sapper is the person who like clears mines like professionally.
Oh yeah.
So look, he's looking around with the Marine for mines that he can. There we go.
A poor sacrifice.
Yeah.
Where's Dark.Matter flies? Where's Dark.Matter going with this third all the way up here? Jeez, that's ballsy, man. If the race would have found that, maybe he flew over mines or something. But that's a ballsy move.
And it's
ballsy
also
move.
really close. To
Neblime. I can probably. I guess maybe not quite. If you siege a tank in the left pocket of your main, you probably can't quite hit that right mineral, but it's not far away from being able to be hit.
Yeah, it's really close. It's definitely.
Oh man, the race are finding good spots to hit right now. Dark.Matter being exposed here a bit. Most of the mines now have been cleared out. Tanks are still in position here for Neblime. Kind of in a useless position now since he's given up on that third. And just continuing to deny turrets. Being very annoying with these raids. I don't know where the Goliaths went. Dark.Matter not so satisfied about race. Don't know why you make
Yeah, and Dark.Matter just made. He said that as 2 of his own raids came out. I think this is like that psychological warfare, like where Boxer said like my main's small or something like that.
Or Boxer said what?
He said my main is too small, so the opponent started looking for proxies all over the map. And he
what? I didn't know about that one. Damn.
That was a good one. Yeah.
All right, so okay, the mine didn't go off. It just looked like it went off. Well, that base is now fully exposed and will die. This is the creep you're talking about, but in reverse.
Yeah.
Dark.Matter has a few Rays, a few Goliaths, but there's a lot of tanks here. Rays moving in. Are we gonna have a Wraith versus Wraith battle? Yeah, maybe, but it looks like there's enough tanks here. Scan goes down, 1 Wraith falls, I think, immediately. And there are going to be enough tanks to clean this up. Goliath's trying to move forward here. And good control from Neblime. And the third base now can just be killed off by the Wraiths from Neblime. Now, will Neblime keep making Wraiths? And Dark.Matter's going to keep up with the Wraiths. So actually, Neblime might lose air control here as Dark.Matter keeps making Wraiths. Oh, there's actually a turret up here. And there's a lot of soft Wraiths. Maybe you should send them home, do a little bit of flash repair. I guess you can just bring the tanks up, though, too.
Yeah, I think this is the time where you just send the 2 tanks and the vulture upstairs and like leave them unsieged, and that's it.
Well, here come the race though. It's about to be air control for Dark.Matter. Yeah, Dark.Matter has way more wraiths and healthier wraiths. Tank is still not on the high ground quite yet though.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you.
Taking his time, having other things going on in the game.
He did manage to get that his own third up quite safely though, like despite the fact that Dark.Matter clearly knew about it.
Oh, Dark.Matter's like not comfortable to engage this. I don't know if he just doesn't realize that he has more wraiths yet. All right, there we go.
Yeah, it was 5v5 for a moment, but he didn't know that they were so injured. But he doesn't have scan. I mean, he doesn't have cloak. He doesn't have his own cloak. That's why I think is the issue right now.
Of course, a third base up. Well, I guess third base up for both players right now. But it goes without saying, it's a pretty good position right now for Neblime. He's got map control on multiple sides of the map. Dark.Matter's actually suiciding more tanks here into Neblime, not paying attention. So that's 2 more tanks that go down, a bunch of SCVs, and I guess Dark.Matter GG'd.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap. I mean,
So
I would
pretty
be
solid
surprised
game
if
from Neblime.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Neblime. He's advanced a lot to be taking down Dark.Matter.
2-0 nonetheless.
Yeah.
And in one hard fought last game. Oh man, it's Kicks versus Shoop. I wonder if Shoop can succeed where I failed.
What do you mean?
Oh, I lost to Kicks 2-0 on my 24-hour stream.
Oh wow.
I mean, it was at the end of the 24 hours, but I don't know. I felt like I was playing okay. One game I played kind of sloppy, and I let Vultures kill like, I don't know, 10, 12 SCVs reasonably early on, or probes. And the other game, he just did a really strong turtle on Fighting Spirit, and I don't do very well versus that usually.